Greetings from CathySheaSchool.com here in sunny South Florida. We get this question almost every single day. Why am I so sick? Why am I having all these symptoms? What is metabolic syndrome anyway? Because it's a cluster that includes obesity, visceral fat. This is where the challenge is for so many people. Can't lose weight in the belly. Hypertension, heart challenges, still the #1 killer in the Western world. Why is that? We're going to talk about that. It's the endothelium that's inflamed. Why are people showing up with diabetes at a very, very young age? Why are we having so many people who are so sick? Well, I stand on many shoulders with the story that I'm going to tell you. You've heard me talk about Thomas Rau, my medical doctor and mentor in Switzerland. Of course, I salute Zach Bush, MD, also our American leader in the field of what I consider to be advanced health information, because we must advance. We must go forward. My husband, of course, Dr. Michael Shea, he's the one that brought me into this profession, held my hand while I went to school, learned the new language of anatomy because it's based in Latin. And he continues to research and teach me in simple terms so I can share with you about what's really going on in the invisible world of our digestive system. I want to go straight from the chewing through the stomach into the small intestine for this particular piece of information I want to share with you. You've probably heard of leaky gut. The medical circles call it increased intestinal permeability. Permeability means that there's a flow. Things are moving back and forth. So what's going on and how does this leaky gut happen? How does it affect the health and well-being of our culture and our population? And what can we do about it? So let's get started. Your small intestine, if you laid it out, would be the entire surface of a tennis court. That's how much surface we have to assimilate and absorb nutrient into our body. The small intestine has finger-like projections. They're called villi. On top of every villi, you have microvilli. That's what gives it this broad surface. When you eat and chew your food well, swallow it, your stomach breaks it down like a blender and it goes into your small intestine. These villi are literally reaching up to grab the nutrients to bring it down into your bloodstream and feed your whole body. But here's what's happening. We are losing villi. We are having breaches in this lining. It's called an epithelial lining. We are losing some of the surface. That's leaky gut. Now you have undigested food particles going in, particularly large particles like protein. How did that happen? Prescription drugs, #1. Toxins in the food and water, #2. Preservatives, any kind of chemical that your body takes in will burn that area. When they go in to the bloodstream, the first thing that happens is your immune system kicks in. These little dots here are called Peyer's patches. That's a lymphatic tissue in your small intestine. This is 70 to 80% of your immunity. Starting to come together, isn't it? We have a protective shield before this enters the bloodstream, and it's called glycocalyx. It's a gel that is underneath protecting the lining of your blood vessel, which is your endothelium. This gel is also being burned. Now these toxins are in the blood. The immune system kicks in. The army goes to fight. We end up with autoimmune disorders, which cascade into all these other illnesses. that you hear about. So how do we fix it? Zach Bush has a product called ION. It's a liquid, it's tasteless. It's excellent for healing this leaky gut, intelligence of nature. Happy to help you with this if you call for a consultation. Thanks for watching.